Hi and welcome to another edition of How to Sing That Song. Today I'm going to do a song by Alicia Keys, Falling. So this is a great song because it goes high, it goes low, and it has a little bit of soul elements in there. But you could still sing it even if you're not like a soul-y kind of singer, which I think you should always have a little bit of soul in your voice. It's really important. So let's get to it. It has this beginning where you already start on an ad-lib. So you don't have to do it exactly like Alicia Keys, but this right here, this is the beginning. So if you're playing it with someone or singing it with someone, just ask your pianist or whoever is playing with you to give that D. I'm doing it in the original key. It's the key of G and it starts with a D. So what you have to do in the beginning is already like really breathe, support, and then go like, I keep on falling. So this, I keep on falling. Just, you may start with a glottal attack, which means which you kind of have to. Just be careful that it's not too hard. That way your voice doesn't start cracking up on the top when you go too hard on the glottis. So just be careful about that. I keep on falling. And then deep breath. In. So however you want to do that pitch, it's really cool whenever you drag it up. So what it is this is the actual pitch where you want to land eventually, but it's really cool when you create a lot of tension by starting way below the pitch and then very slowly pulling it up. It creates a lot of tension. So I did it very slowly just now, just to show you. Try to exaggerate a little bit. And when you think it's a lot of dragging up, probably it's just about right. So, in and out of love. And then it just, the song consists of 2 chords, believe it or not. The whole song is just 2 chords. It's always the same. And so what is really cool here, you can improvise quite a bit because the harmonies are not complicated. It's pretty simpler. And you go, with you, sometimes I love you, sometimes you make me blue. So what you want to do is have this alternation once again between the high intensity and higher notes and the lower intensity voice color of staying a little bit more soft and very beautiful on the lower pitches here. It doesn't go extremely low, but it does go low. Sometimes I feel good. Again, drag. Sometimes I feel used. And again, loving you, darling, makes me so confused. So the alternation, loving you, darling. So that's intense, and then let your voice color get soft. Loving you, darling, would be too much. Loving you, darling, would be too soft. So this alternation, loving you, darling, makes me so confused. This, here I'm intense. Oh, and there I'm using a glottal attack again. And I'm having this very relaxed position here on my larynx. Very relaxed position and very just kind of ride on the airflow that travels through your vocal cords. It's just kind of like a hoverboard. It's like hovering on top of that airflow, like so. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never loved someone the way that I loved you. So whatever you want to do here, again, I don't think you have to do it just exactly the same way as Alicia Keys does it. I think you should find your own way and your own patterns here in those ad-libs. So if you can't go way up to this E that she does here. You don't have to go. You can. Never felt this way. How can you give me so much pleasure and give me so much pain? Yeah, yeah. On this, how can you give me so much pleasure? You have to fit in all those words there where you can say like, how do you give me so much pleasure? It's more like you have to kind of fit it in before the one comes. How do you give me so much pleasure and cause me so much pain? Yeah, yeah. And here again, whenever you drag that pitch up to where you start below that actual pitch and drag it up, you actually start with high intensity. And the closer you get to the pitch that you actually want to get to, that wherever it resolves that dissonance that was caused by that pitch that was below, you kind of relax. It's like, see how it kind of, you kind of just really kneel into that and really lean into that dissonance that, sounds totally dissonant. It sounds like it's totally off pitch. But when you get to that actual pitch, it's that, okay, it resolves. Oh, there it is. And your ears go like again, okay, now it's harmony again. Oh, now it's there again, where it's supposed to be. Just when I think I'm taking more than what a fool. Now comes this high part, and you can either try to do it in chest voice, which is pretty high. It goes up to E. I start falling back in love with you. Or you can do it in head voice. It's totally okay here. I start falling back in love with you. So however you can do it, try to do it in the character of the song. Don't go in your head voice like, I start falling, not too classical, not too open, but a little bit more narrow. Like, I start falling back in love with you. Try to kind of make it cohesive throughout the song so that it's not a totally different voice color. You don't ever want to sing classical here. Let's go on. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never loved someone the way that I loved you. Oh baby, I'm falling. I'm falling. And here in the original, it's actually not quite accurate on pitch. That's done on purpose. It's kind of off a little bit, but I think it gives it character. So when you listen to the original, pay attention. It's not quite on the pitch. It's a little bit off. It's kind of low sometimes here. And then comes this bit right here. And what I wanted to say before on the I'm falling, you can breathe every time and use that breath. I'm falling. I do a glottal attack. It's totally fine. It really expresses the emotions that are contained in here. And then comes this high. I keep on falling, and so on and so on. But these falling, you could do it however you want to, but I think it's kind of cool whenever you change dynamics around a little bit. If you were just fall, I don't think it would be the same as, it wouldn't sound as much soul-y as it does when you go like fall. it's also a little bit lighter on your voice, just however you want to do it. Just stay in the style, I think. And I think in soul, the main thing is really this back and forth, this changing of dynamics. It's huge because whenever you are really emotional in real life too, it goes up and down so much. It alternates between this explosion and implosion, between the getting really loud and getting really hurt or really emotional and heartfelt. So I think that's what needs to come across here, and that's what soul is all about the feelings that are so deep and that are so intense inside of you that you're trying to communicate. And that's only going to happen whenever you do a lot with the dynamics here. So however you want to do it, try to do something with the dynamics. Don't stay the same from front, but start to be emotional. And all the time, stay supported and let that pitch just kind of float on a good support, like fall. I'm totally supporting through that. I'm giving it so much air pressure, like on this air column below my vocal cords, that it's easy to change dynamics here without going flat. Because the danger, whenever you're singing kind of high pitches and you're taking the volume out, it's dangerous because the tendency is to go flat on the pitch. And in order to not go flat on the pitch, you really have to support throughout and not let go of that support. So the exercise that I showed you once with a belt is an awesome exercise. Just kind of inhale, put a belt around your rib cage, and then sing through that phrase, for example, without the belt slipping down your ribs. What you're going to have to do is just really stay expanded and use those ab muscles like crazy. Not just the ab muscles, it's really all the muscles around here, all the way to your back. Your back muscles are just as involved as your ab muscles. It's all the muscles that go around your lungs that are really important. So that is so important here whenever you do pieces that change dynamics a lot. Keep your support, because a lot of times what you want to tend to do is just kind of like, you get loud, you just put on a lot of support, and then whenever you get a little softer, you just let go of that support, and then your pitches are off, and that's a dangerous situation because that's when intonation isn't clean anymore. It's hard on everybody's ear. So then in this song, it pretty much just always repeats this. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never loved someone the way that I loved you. I am falling in and out of love with you. And again, here you can really try to improvise, try to go away from that actual melody and try to kind of invent your own. For the moment, you can actually practice that, and that's an awesome song to practice it with, because all that's happening is these two chords, just like so. So now try to improvise as if you were just on the spur of the moment inventing it. Just I always imagine, what would the solo saxophonist do right now as a melody? Oh, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then put the words with it again. Oh, in and out of love with you. I never loved someone the way that I loved you. Ooh, 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 ooh. And actually, with those kind of songs, like me today, I have a little rough voice because I've been doing a lot. It's actually cool. Those kind of songs you can always sing. I think that being emotional just really shows through when your voice isn't just 100% clear and clean. And now, why you do have to be careful not to hurt yourself. As long as you have support, it's totally fine. So I hope I could help you a little bit. I tell you what, this song, we have made 8-minute versions out of this song before. Whenever I sang it, when my pianist was with me and then the drummer was with me too, we sometimes did like forever versions. Because you can do all kinds of stuff, and then I do a scat, and then the pianist does a solo, and then the drummer does something crazy, and we take turns, and then we take it down again, we take it up again a notch, and you could just be on this forever, and it's really fun. Try to improvise on that. So sing that song. Hope you have fun with it. It's a really cool one. Let me know what other songs you would like me to talk about. Don't forget to tune back in on Thursday for another Q&A video, and also on Friday for another singing tip video, more on the technical side. And also what I wanted to say, don't forget to check out my podcast on iTunes, Freya Singing Tips, the podcast. I have some great episodes, and recently I made a episode where I interviewed an awesome singer, Brad Raymond, about the passaggio. That's the break and the transitions of your voice, so you may want to check that out on iTunes. So have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, always keep on singing and always keep a song in your heart. Bye.